Think about a goal that you have been chasing for the longest time, whether it be fitness, money, relationships, or school. Once you've got it, ask yourself, really think hard and ask yourself truthfully, are you trying? Really trying? For me, that thing is my physique. I've been training calisthenics for the longest time, not 1 year, not 2, not 3, but more than a decade. Despite training for so long, my physique is nowhere near what you'll expect of someone that has been training for such a long time. You would expect me to have that shredded abs, bolder shoulders, V-taper, physique like a Greek god. But no, my physique is mediocre, skinny arms, abs only if I try to flex really hard, flabby belly with love handles. Whenever I go to the beach, I don't have that confidence to take out my top. Don't get me wrong, I'm not fat by any means, and I acknowledge that I have a physique that is considered decent to some people out there. But the issue lies in the goal that I've set for myself. I've always wanted a great physique, with that clear defined abs, even when I'm not flexing, that wide lats, the V-taper, look good with or without clothes. That's the goal and dream that I've given myself more than a decade ago. I gave that goal to myself. I have all the time in the world, the equipment, the resources that can help me achieve it. I was young back then, and I still am. I literally have no excuses to not be able to achieve that goal that I set for myself. But even after more than a decade, I still didn't achieve that physique that I've always wanted. I thought I tried. I thought I've put in the effort. I worked out hard. I did hundreds of pull-ups every day, trained more than 2 hours, 4 or 5 days per week. I was consistent. However, despite that, I still didn't achieve it, not even close. Sure, I had abs back then, but I was scrawny and my obliques were still pretty covered by my love handles. I would classify myself as being skinny fat. I blamed my genes, my workouts, or the food that my mom cooked for me. I told myself that these were the things that were holding me back, and there's nothing I can do about it. Being Asian, we would eat home-cooked food most of the time. Whatever our mom or grandparents cooked for us, we would just eat it, and it would be rude to comment otherwise, unless you are itching for a slipper to your face. I left it as that. Eat whatever that they cooked, comprising of all the fried, oily, or processed food that is easily available at supermarkets. I have all these excuses that I kept with me all these years, saying that they are the root cause for holding me back. And the funny thing is, I let these excuses stick with me for not just a decade, but more than a decade. The wake-up call came when I was sitting at my desk, slouching over, using my computer, and my girlfriend took a photo of my back view to show me. My bread rolls were literally spilling out, and I was utterly disgusted at the state that I've let myself come to. In the short span of about 6 months or so until that photo, I gained a staggering 5 kg. I know this number may not be crazy to some people, but for me, being someone that has always been active and until then still am, it's crazy how I allowed myself to gain so much weight, the bad kind of weight. I was never able to gain weight that easily back then, and to suddenly come to this is essentially telling me that I'm really letting things go loose now. As I think about it, it came as no surprise. I was eating very oily and processed food for my lunch while I'm at work. When I came home, I would eat everything that my mom cooked for me, comprising of yet again fried and processed food. I looked at myself hard in the mirror, looked at past photos of mine. I started to really see that I've gotten unhealthier and rounder. When I gain weight, at least in the past, it always shows in my belly fat and never on my face. But this time, I started to notice that my jawline is disappearing. This was the moment when I knew I really screwed up. I figured that I could no longer take my health, my physique, and my fitness lightly anymore. I've always thought that people that count their calories were crazy, too extreme, and something I will definitely not resort to. However, this time, I want to change. I want to do my best. I left the guesswork out and started counting my calories. I weighed all my food, eat whole foods, do meal preps, and told my mom that I'll make my own meals. If I felt lazy, I'll eat my mom's home cooked meal, but I'll weigh all of it and only eat the required portion that I'm allowed to since I'm on a calorie deficit. I used to be someone that absolutely hates wasting food and would always wipe my plate clean. If the portion is huge, I will nevertheless still finish all of it. But this time, I was desperate to lose all that excess weight and get the physique I've always wanted, and I only ate what I require. Sometimes, the biggest hurdle that we have to go over is not just about the food, the environment, or our genetic capabilities. Oftentimes, what's holding us back could also be deep ingrained cultural or behavioral qualities, such as not wanting to waste food and just devour everything. If we just stop letting such qualities hold us back, it'll be a lot easier to finally make that breakthrough. And that was what I did, and I indeed had that breakthrough. As of the creation of this video, it has been approximately 40 days, and I have lost a total of 2.9 kg. The numbers aren't anything crazy, but I was already kind of lean to start with, so losing that much weight while still maintaining muscle mass was a huge achievement. Normally, strength will decrease during a calorie deficit, as you have so little food to aid in your recovery. However, for me, I felt like my strength has increased, and I'm drastically stronger compared to before I started counting my calories. I was able to do way more pull-ups. Even if I were to wear a weighted vest now to simulate my previous weight, I would still be able to do way more pull-ups. This doesn't mean that I'm different or better than others by being able to increase my strength even though I'm on a calorie deficit. It simply means that my previous diet was way too screwed, constantly eating a ton of carbs or fats and not ensuring I have sufficient protein intake to gain muscle or at least maintain it. Upon calculating my macros, I found out that my protein intake was constantly around 50 grams every day, which is essentially lesser than half of what I am supposed to take in order to simply maintain my muscle mass. This was a huge realization for me. All these years for the past decade or more, I was never able to get significantly stronger because I never consumed enough protein. It's a miracle I was even able to somewhat maintain the physique I had for the past decade by eating so much carbs like pasta and rice and only eat meat for one meal every day. In just this short period of over a month, I was able to learn so many mistakes that I have been doing for the past decade, such as not tracking my macros, not eating enough protein, always giving in to my habit of clearing my plate no matter how much food is on it, resulting in me constantly on a calorie surplus, not giving my muscles time to recover by sleeping so little every night. The list is endless. The crazy part is, in this short period, I was getting gains so fast and reaching a physique that I was never able to achieve until now. I am still far away from my dream physique. However, I am still really happy and proud of myself for realizing this now and not any later. Being able to achieve this definitely gave me the push to start looking at other areas of my life, to really look at it and ask myself if I'm genuinely trying my best, my literal utmost best to achieve it. Not just saying that I'm doing my best, but really doing everything in my power to get it. That desperation is what you need to finally achieve your goals.